We're just going to look at the markets tab here on TradingView and just really grasp the power of the information that's presented through the TradingView application. It's not just for charts, it's not just for trading, but there's quite a bit of detail that you can gather and research and discovery that you can have if you just take the time to really look through some of the tabs on TradingView. So we're just looking at the markets tab here. As you see on this particular tab, we're showing the indices. And you can click through the different indices. It was on SP, it switched to NASDAQ. You can go to Dow and just get a quick glimpse at what the markets are looking like. But as you scroll down, you also notice it talks about world indices. So it gives you some aspect into those, and you can click on each of these to get a better view. It goes into U.S. stocks, just at a high level. Some of the top companies here are listed. You can look through all of those. You can also look at the community trends. So what are people talking about? As an example, here's BYD. I've seemed to have heard a lot about BYD, but maybe you don't know much about the company. You could just click on it, and it takes you in to a very detailed view of BYD as a company. You can look at the chart, and you can see it has been doing really well this year. You can look at some of the key factors here that are impacting that price, and they talk about selling almost 500,000 new energy vehicles. So that's a 46% year-over-year increase. So it sounds like they're doing pretty well. Then you can look at all the key stats. You look at the employee numbers. You can look at where the headquarters is. And then you can look at the CEO, and you could do research on that if you'd like, more detail on the actual company. Then you get into those deep financials, showing all of this information here. And then you also have ideas. So on TradingView, you can look through the ideas of other folks who post on TradingView and what they think is next for the stock as well, and form your own opinions from there. There's also news, so here we got a lot of automotive news and news related to BYD. So you can kind of do a lot of research there. And then you get into the technical and analyst ratings. It's strong buy. So if you've been thinking about BYD, maybe it's worth taking a deeper look, or at least adding it to your watch list so you can continue to watch it there. And then there's a lot of frequently asked questions, and you can look through these as well. So that's sort of like a deep dive into this particular BYD stock. But let's go back to the markets tab, and we will go back down to where we were. We were looking at community trends, but you continue down and you get the highest volume stocks. So you can quickly see what the highest volume stocks are. You can look at the most volatile stocks here. You can look at stock gainers and stock losers. So stock gainers, you got like Site 400%, Indo 57%, Jewel 45%, GDev 34%. All these different companies, you can kind of take a look and try to look into what is driving those companies, and you can click on each one and kind of look at it. It does have the regular hours. It has the pre-market and after hours as well as far as gainers. So let's say what happened after hours. I'm not showing anything here at the time because they're closed on after hours. But here you go for stock losers. It's showing these companies here as for today. Earnings calendar. So you can look through the earnings calendar. You can look at all the events as who has earnings coming up and who reported earnings and what their actuals versus the estimates were. So you can look through those. Then you have world stocks, and it goes and looks at all the different companies across the world. Here, world's biggest companies. So here are the biggest companies in the world. And that's based on market cap. Then you have the world's largest employers. So Walmart being at the top, Amazon, look, BYD again. So BYD employs quite a few people. Volkswagen, you have a lot of companies here. And then you can look at earnings calendar as well. You can go deeper into that. It goes into ETFs, and we have some of the top ETFs here, SPY being probably one of the most popular. And then we go into community trends here. Of course, a lot of people are going to be talking about SPY, QQQ, IWM, semiconductors, TQQ. And then you get into most traded, and that could be information that's very useful as well to see where are people putting their money right now. Highest asset under management growth. So these are gaining more assets to manage. Then you get the highest return here. So these are all ETFs. Then you get into corporate bonds, you get into short-term bonds, you get into long-term bonds, zero coupon bonds, fixed rate bonds, and then you get into crypto. So as you see, so far we're still going down the markets tab, and there's all this information at a glance. If you just sort of want to get a market update and kind of get a feel for what's going on, you want to see where Bitcoin is at in the grand scheme of things. If you want to look at Ethereum, you want to look at Tether, Binance Coin, and so on and so on. And you get into what's trending in the community. You can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Ethereum, and XRP are top topics. You can dive deeper into that. Then you get into crypto market cap rankings and crypto gainers. So you got some sort of DGen, Observer, Vega, and then Dago, Throne, and Orbs. So these are the top gainers. Then you have the top losers here. And then you get into government bonds. So you can look at all the different bonds, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year. Look at all this information. So you get into Forex and currencies. So we're really touching on every market here. Forex currency, you have the Euro USD, JPY USD. You have, you can go into more details. So if you want to look at JPY USD, get some opinions and that sort of thing, you can jump right into those. So there's quite a bit of information. I'm just going to scroll down kind of quickly here to get back down to the bottom here. Just check on what else they have. Futures and commodities. So futures and commodities, you have gold, you have silver, copper, platinum, energy futures, agricultural futures, metals, index futures, and then you get down to the economy here. And you can look at US GDP growth, get an economic indicators heat map. You can look at interest rates in different countries, as is shown here. Very interesting information. And then it sort of closes out with this economic calendar at the bottom here. But as you see, within this markets tab, you really get a overview of all the markets. So, a lot of times you may watch the news to get all of your information, and you sort of have to listen through a lot of things that maybe you're not interested in. But you could come here, go through the markets here, take a deeper dive into things maybe that you discover and learn new things as you're going along. So again, this is just one of the tabs that's available on TradingView. So it's worth taking a look, and hopefully it will help to enhance your trading experience.